Hello everyone and welcome to our I Pick My Butt video, more Survivor.io, and you've all seen my weapon tier list. If you haven't, you should probably go watch it. But at any rate, I ranked the Katana at the bottom of the barrel, worst weapon inside the game. And turns out there's a ton of people that actually love this Katana. When you evo it, you get a lifesteal, meaning that you're going to heal yourself when you kill enemies. So I said, you know what, let's go in again, give this a second shot. I'm picking the best scenario for this here. Now, we do only have it at excellent. There's no plus levels on it, so it is at a little bit of a disadvantage compared to my kunai that I'm using at +2. Now, the other thing is you saw me take off the Eternal suit there, you know, the one that pretty much gives you a full revive. The Traveler's Vest is going to give us a +20% heal. So I just kind of want to see how this works out with the healing of it. Is this enough to keep us alive and get us to the end boss and beat the game with it? Now, we did lose about 700 attack, which, as you know, is a huge difference. But when I say giving this the perfect scenario, this is the board right here. Only up and down is the only direction we can go for, so we're not really have to worry about the mobs rushing in from all the angles. And I figured this would be a great way to use the Katana on it. Now, the Katana, obviously, I would consider an AoE type weapon. Even though the span isn't huge on it, it is going to hit a good bunch of enemies, and it will pass through on them. The other thing about this chapter is this is going to have the pigs or the hippopotamuses, whatever you want to call it. But the benefit of it is they're only going to come from the top, and I feel that the Katana is a great runaway weapon, meaning that you can go in the opposite direction, and you're always going to be hitting those whacks behind you there. And I also try to grab the brick and the durian just to kind of help out a little bit with clearing this stuff right above me. Obviously, the durian's not going to go straight up, but the bricks will. The durian's just going to be more of kind of doing that damage on it. Now, as far as this guy right here, I'm still learning this weapon. I have not used it a lot, not going to lie to you. I absolutely don't like this weapon, though. I'm not a fan of this playstyle, but like I said, that's just me, my own personal opinion. Don't let that make your own decision without trying it yourself. And I got a little bit too close to the flame here, and you can see we took a good amount of hits. So when I finally did get it evoed up, I was actually kind of surprised. It was able to hold its own on some of these mobs here, especially those pig hippopotamuses. Really would like to know what everybody calls them so we could just go for a majority of them. I'm just going to call them pigs because that's a lot easier than saying hippopotamus on it. But you can see we're doing some decent damage. It's pushing them back on it. I mean, yeah, they're getting a little close. There is some moments where I did have to run, but like I said, I'm 800 attack or 700 attack short of where I normally would be. Now, I didn't have any troubles with the first boss at all. It was pretty easy to drop him. The second one, so you can see here, it's a little bit more difficult, but once again, low on attack, so I'm going to throw that out there. Once again, probably say that a couple of times. But you can see we're just kind of trying to dodge away. It was a little tough to kind of make the direction on it when I was running, but you can see he's luckily kind of slow and clunky on us, so it wasn't too bad, and eventually we ended up dropping him. So the other thing I wanted to test out is how good is this lifesteal, because honestly, I really didn't run into any issues where I was really low on health besides getting too close to that flames we showed you earlier, which was actually kind of surprising. So I just decided, hey, I'm going to run into this group of mobs here. It was a little bit difficult to actually take some hits, which was also kind of surprising. But you'll see here in a second, we're going to take the hits, maybe go down about half health at all. We're in the yellow, and you can see we're already healing up. Keep in mind, we do have that +20%. But we're actually kind of healing up pretty quick, which is a nice thing. I didn't grab anything like the energy drink to help heal also, but this is where things got a little bit tricky for me, is we had this elite pop up right here, and he does follow me for a good minute. And like I said, we're just running away. That's how we're using the weapon, just kind of having those backslashes. If we would go the other way, we probably might hit a little bit more on him, but we're just going to keep our distance, keep it safe. We're far enough away, we're not getting hit. Eventually, we're going to get a second one that pops up, and we just happen to kill that one. But when that second one pops up, that's going to chase us for a while, and then there's another one. So we actually have two of these elites following us at a good amount of time there, all the way up to the final boss. So this did make it difficult for me to collect some of those stones, but luckily I was able to grab a magnet right before going into the final boss. Now, when it came to the final boss itself, it pretty much one-shotted me, which I can't blame that on the weapon itself. That's just me not having enough health, not having enough defense inside the game or armor, so it could have happened with any weapon out there. And this was also my first time going up against this boss, so really didn't know what to expect right away, so shame on me for that. But I can see why Katana players do like this weapon. I mean, the life heal is nice on it, or life steal I should say, whatever you want to call it. But for me, it's not really my playstyle. I'm much more of a kunai or a light chaser fan, but like I said, that's just me. You do you, I'll do me, and at the end of the day, everybody's happy. But I will probably keep this in my bag of tricks next time I run up on one of these up and down chapters here, because it does definitely seem to hold its own, even at an excellent when I have epic +2 weapons out there. So let me know what you guys think of the Katana in the comments below. Don't forget to join the Discord, like, subscribe, and remember, I pick my butt.